Today we're going to be talking about the inside and the outside finishes of the house. Where we started with our drywall was painted the first coat, and it, as you can see, it's more of a yellow tone, real light color, and we're staining the windows and the baseboard and the doors. And we have this rubber base in a radius area, and the reason why we don't stain it, we stain it in place, is because if we stained it before we installed it, the material would crack. This particular home, we're doing a stained glaze finish where we seal the doors, we stain the doors, we put a glaze on it, and then we finish it, which the glazing allows the imperfections in the wood to stand out. It shows a lot of detail in the moldings, and it really sets off the wood, and this particular home, that's what I wanted to do. We've got our beams stained, and we've got our ceilings, my kitchen ceiling. If you'll notice, we have a brick, and this brick is made in Mexico, and it is, we actually cut the brick in half because of the weight. We've got a dark grout inside, and as you can see, it's a herringbone pattern in the breakfast area. And then we accent it with a cantera, which is a natural stone that a lot of it comes from Mexico. And I was with the supplier, and we designed the coping and the edge detail for in the breakfast and also in the dining room. The dining room particularly is going to have some accent lighting buried in the cantera to where it would accent the brick ceilings. We're going to be doing our final coat after paint in the house when everything is installed and drywall repairs have been done and the little touch-ups have been done. But basically the whole house has been painted the original coat one time, and then we'll come back and do the final coat when everything's installed. As you can see, our dining room ceiling is done out of the same material. It's cantera border, and it is instead of the herringbone pattern that I have in the breakfast, I did a running bond. But through the middle of it, I changed from running bond to a different pattern to give it a little more detail and accent the ceiling a little better. I had the cantera designed with a gap behind it so that we could put some rope lighting, LED rope lighting, which will accent the brick pattern at the ceiling. This is the lighter of the cantera. As I said before, the cantera stone comes 90% out of Mexico, and we wanted something simple, not to take away from the cabinetry and the flooring that we're doing. So as you can see, the detail we have is just around the face. This is all hand-carved material out of raw stone. We're in our master bedroom bathroom, and this is our master shower. Our tile is arriving from Mexico at the end of this week, and we will be installing our tile ceilings, facade, our moldings. The exterior wall is built out of a 2x6 wall, and we put a shear panel over the whole house. I particularly like that to minimize cracking and durability and sound. But what we've got here today is we're doing a Western one coat stucco system, which we browned the house with a cementous product and the stucco product, and formed the walls, formed the angles and the windows and doors. This particular home, I am doing a faux finish color. And what that is we start off with a brown primer that's rolled on like a paint. Then we put a brown stucco color first. Then I come back with red stucco color. And then I come back over the top of it with brown. And that gives us the redness that you see in the exterior wall. And then I come back over the top of that with a cream to tone it down just a little bit. But the red stucco that's coming through the color pattern here matches the red on the windows, the doors, and it all pulls together with a color pattern. We're working with Sun Valley Veneers. They're doing my perimeter fence, subdivision standard stone, and I ordered the precast from Phoenix Precast, who did the subdivision here at White Wing. And they will be setting my precast on top of the columns and top of the fence, and Sun Valley Veneers will also be doing my accent brick on the perimeter walls around the exterior of the fence and in front of the house. We're doing the coping around the pool. We're doing coping on our walls in our sunken ramada. I have a TV that will be piping in electrical and cable for that. I'll be accenting some parts of this ramada with the brick that we used in the house to tie it together with the ramada. In the next couple of weeks, we will have the framing done on the ramada. I have the painting done on the ramada, and we will be starting the finish phase of the home, where we're looking at the tile work, the type of tile work we've done, the cabinet install, the granites, the woodwork, the trims. All that will be in our in the next couple of weeks.